Right, hey everybody, welcome back to the Hobby Lodge, and this is going to be my second official pickups video, although I have done some CEX pickups and some other bits and pieces like that, but this is probably the second official pickups video, and it's off the back of just being to Leeds. So I had to go to Leeds for work, and I managed to grab myself an hour and go out and do some hunting, and luckily I was hugely helped out because another channel I watch called Ed Hunts, you should go and check him out. I'll stick a link in below. He recently just did a video in Leeds where he went and found some retro stores and some good shops to go and check out while you're in the Leeds city area. So luckily, my homework was done for me. I was able to go to those exact same places, Google map them, walk to them, and got around them super easy. And I wasn't left wandering around the city. So yeah, let me show you what I got. It's a mixture of stuff, but I'll go through it all, yeah, and I'll see you at the end of the video. So, I don't know why I said that. I'm going to be here throughout. It's not like I'm going anywhere. The first thing I picked up, and I'll stick the name of the stores as well. So I know there was a cash for exchange shop, and there was another one as well. But I'll put the list of the shops. They weren't retro video game stores. They were mostly trading places. But one of them was actually really good, so I will stick a links in below, and you can go and visit them if you're in the Leeds area, in Leeds City. They're all walkable from the train station, for instance. So go and check them out. So the first thing I picked up was Double Dragon 3 on the NES, and you can see there I paid £10 for it. I don't know if that's a good price or not. I don't tend to work on whether things are good price or not. I'm assuming it's probably the going rate. The stores that I went into seemed to know what their pricings were. They seemed in and around the CEXs of the world. Yeah, Double Dragon 3. It's only cartridge only. That is particularly what I collect. I don't go for boxed games if I can help it. Just because, one, storage space, two, care for them, and the price of them as well. So I will always tend to go cartridge only. And this was the only NES game that was there. And I was like, hey, let's pick up Double Dragon 3. Right, next up, I did pick up some movie titles. So this is the Terminator on the Mega Drive. As you can see, these all came in plastic little packets, but I also will be sticking these in the protective cases that I have for them, and also it's nice to store them. So yeah, the Terminator on the Mega Drive. It looks in good nick. The label's nice, and on the top there, so you can see that's all good. And as you can see, that was 10 quid. Although I did haggle a price. So with all of the stores I went into, you absolutely can offer. And I got not much. I think it was in one shop, so I got like 5 quid off of the list of stuff I bought. But hey, nice. It's nice that you can do that, right? The other one I got was a Mickey Mania on the Mega Drive. Wasn't very good in focus there, but as you can see, in nice nick again. Labels in good condition. The cartridge looks absolutely fine. Another movie title. So that wasn't actually a movie title. The first one, Terminator, was a movie title. The next one, which is a movie title, which is Lethal Weapon. The Lethal Weapon on the Super Nintendo. There we go. Nice to add that to the collection. And that was $9.99 as well. So seemed good. And then I got back on the Mega Drive Super WrestleMania, because you can't beat some wrestling games on old old kit. Some of them are absolutely fantastic, and that was only 8 quid, and I thought it was worth adding to the collection for 8 quid. Next up, I got one it's not a holy grail for anybody, but it is for me, just for the nostalgia sake of it. And I have yet to get the cartridge, so of course I'd love to own it boxed and all the rest of it. But for me as a child, the Super Nintendo and Super Castlevania 4 was the game of choice. So I have been playing this on the NES Classic, and I didn't actually own the physical cartridge. So I'm really happy to be able to say that I do now own it. It was that price. That is not what I paid for it, because I didn't want to pay that much for it, because I know in CEX that's more than the CEX price, and I explained that to the person. So I paid a bit less than that. It was under 40 quid. So I thought at that price it's worth picking up. So there we go. Super Castlevania 4. And it's in really nice nick. I wouldn't have got it if the label wasn't perfect, but it is. The cartridge, no yellowing. It looks really nice, actually. So, you know, with CEX, sometimes you can take a gamble on what the actual cartridge is going to look like. It could be all sorts of states. So I thought that was worth getting because I knew I could see the quality of it. But and for me, it is a game that is very sort of personal to me. The next one I picked up was a PSP game, and it was the Capcom Classics Collection Reloaded. As with always, you know, everything's in good nick, manual's in good nick, game's in good nick. It looks pretty much brand new, to be honest. It doesn't look like anyone even touched it. There's not even a single crease in the manual, and I'm not even sure this game's ever been taken out of the casing. It looks, yeah. I mean, look at the you can tell the light reflects off it. This is, if ever, been touched, and the clasps holding the UMD disc in are tight. So yeah, I'm not sure that's ever been played. So I thought that was good because normally these sort of compilation discs have got some pretty good things on there, and this has has got 1942, 1943, Ghouls and Ghosts, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Street Fighter, just Ghosts and Goblins, Eco Fighters, Commando. It's got a bunch of games on there that are definitely worth the time to put onto this target. There's no way I can get that to focus. But anyway, there's whoa, we did it. There we go. Whole bunch of games on there that are well worth having on the PSP. So yeah, very happy to get that. And then next one was a bit of a punt. I've never really heard of it or played it, but it was True Pinball on the PS1. Let me know if you've played this and it's any good. I picked it up because literally the other night I was playing digital pinball on the Sega Saturn and really enjoyed it. And it was bringing back memories of pinball games like Pinball Fantasies and all those sorts of things that I used to play back in the day. And then, so when I picked this up and looked at the back of it, it immediately had that Pinball Fantasies vibe to it. So I was like, hey, I'm up for playing some more pinball games on console, and it was £3. It's £3. It's complete in box, manual's immaculate, everything as you would expect. The disc looks perfect. So for £3, I thought you can't go too wrong. Let's give it a crack. So there we go. That was that. So that was all the games I picked up. But of course, the Hobby Lodge isn't just all about games. There's other stuff as well. So there's a Games Workshop in Leeds. So I, of course, went into Games Workshop and I picked up this character here, which is the Games Workshop Warhammer Week special character. So it's this... if I can get it to focus again. Come on. Otherwise, you're getting the gist of it. It is another vampire, a lady vampire, actually, well, it could be for the Crimson Court, could be for any army, but there we go. So I wanted to get that. And then I bought the new version of Warhammer Underworld. So this is a series that we collect and play in the house. So there you go there. You can see. And it's basically a skirmish game that you play with cards and battle it out on the table. So this will get being built and be painted on the channel, whatever you want to call it. And because I bought it in Games Workshop, they were doing a thing where they gave away these tokens, which I haven't actually looked at yet. So let's look at them live. Let's do a bit of an unboxing. They gave away these special objective marker tokens, which are really nice. They're acrylic rather than the cardboard ones you get in the game, and they've obviously got a bit of nice bit of detail, nice bit of shine to them. They look quite fancy. Yes, that's quite a nice little. I mean, you know, you're definitely paying things for a premium in Games Workshop, so anything you can get for free is worth it. So there we go, we got that. And then the only last thing I was going to, actually two more things I was going to show off. Two more things. The other thing I was going to show off is this. I picked up a Switch case. Now, the only reason I'm going to show this off, it's called Tomtec. You can find it on Amazon. It's nothing special, but I thought it was worth showing off just because I actually think it's a really good quality case. I don't like big cumbersome cases that you have to stick in your bag and it takes up a huge amount of room. So this is super thin, right? That's the size of your Switch. Obviously, you all know how big a Switch is. And then this is the case that goes with it. So when the Switch is in there, one, it fits super snug. Like there are, you know, places for the controllers to go, so it goes almost flat when it's inside the case. It has this little flap here, which is all velvet. Everything in here is velvet, so it feels very soft and very nice. Got a place for all your games to go, and then when it zips up, it feels super secure in there. It feels, and you can tell by the size of my hand how thin it is, right? It's not a very thick case at all, and you can see where the controllers fit nicely as well. They haven't then just made that a flat piece with more bulk. They tried to keep it as thin as possible. So, is this going to survive being kicked down some stairs? Maybe not. But if you're someone who looks after their stuff and just wants to put it in something in a case and then put it into your travel bag or whatever, which is what I did so I could take it up to Leeds with me, I think this is a really nice. And it was about, I'm going to say less than 15 quid. So I'm sure if you were to go into Amazon and look for Tomtec Switch case, you'd find it if you fancy it. They do some fancy colours as well. There was some retro colours I really wanted to get, but apparently it wasn't available till December, so I got that one instead. And then the last thing is what's been on my head the whole video. So I picked up a baseball cap from the guys over at Pixel Gaming Squad, the NES Pursuit cap. I love that show. I love watching those guys. They will never see this video, but if they did, the hat's cool and I love it. And it's going to be my hunting hat. There's a show this weekend in London. There's the London gaming market. I'll be wearing it there, and I guess that's a shout out to anyone who watches my videos. And I have no idea how many people actually. Well, I do know, not many. But if you happen to watch it, and I'm at the gaming market on Saturday, no Sunday, say hello. It'd be really awesome. I'll have my kids with me. They'd love it as well. But yes, that was the pickups video. Loads of cool stuff. I hope you liked it. If you did, give us a thumbs up, hit the bell, subscribe, and if you really want to see what goes on, come over to twitch.tv/The Hobby Lodge for all the live streaming. We just uploaded a video for the Sega Saturn, so that was Monday Night Retro, happens every Monday, and that just went up on this Monday for the Sega Saturn, and whoo, the Sega Saturn is quickly becoming my new favourite console, because those games, it was like bringing the arcade home. It was pretty good. There's a lot of love for the SNES for sure, and I don't think anything would ever replace that. But playing that Sega Saturn was a lot of fun. And to that point, I'll tell you one more thing. I nearly bought a very expensive game. I nearly bought Die Hard Arcade on the Sega Saturn whilst I was in Leeds, but CEX was so painfully slow with the tills that I just left. So I ended up not buying that game. But that would have been a big purchase that I would have been bringing home. But next time. Right. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you got this far, I'll see you all soon. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.